Hey y'all, it's JesDyr, and I am doing one more tutorial tonight before I go collapse. In this case, it is going to be a tutorial on how to rotate items around a point. As you can see, I have this little setup right here, and then there's this rug right here. This rug is, in this case, just something for you to visually see what the items are rotating around. So I've chosen a round rug, and I'm going to take the center point of that rug and use it to rotate items around so you can kind of see how it works. In this case, I'm going to start off by doing a diff. If you don't know how to do a diff, I do have a tutorial on how to do that. You can find it in the how-to playlists that I have. So we'll do a width and pack the items that we want to rotate around. Let's say without. Go file here, open with diff without. Now we're going to save it and load it again in the game so that it reappears so we can see what's happening. So we're going to go back to the layout editor again, and we are going to select all of these items because we want everything in this group to be duplicated and rotated, and we're going to say right click, and on the right click menu, which I do apologize you can't see, the second option is duplicate. So we're going to click that, and right here a whole bunch of items appear. They all say added by create. Now you want to check the UID column and make sure that all of these numbers are positive, because if they're negative, it means that the layout editor could not find the items that it needed in the moving crate, which I forgot to mention. When you're duplicating something, you want to have the same items that you're duplicating in the moving crate. So if I go over here to my moving crate, you can see I have a pristine Antonican ornate end table, which is my little table. I have 2 of these chairs. I have the candle ring by roses and a half dozen roses in the smooth vase. So I have everything I need already in the moving crate, and that was all already there before I clicked with the first time, so that when I opened the with file in my layout editor, the layout editor had those items in the moving crate. So now that that's done, over here we have the items duplicated. I'm just going to save it and then load it in the game so that you can see what happens. This is basically the same thing that you do when I did the duplicate tutorial. So nothing new here, nothing special. It's just all of the items are going to appear directly on the current items. So you won't see any other items. You'll just see the color of the current items change a little bit. So load it, and as you see, everything gets a little bit lighter because there are 2 items stacked on top of each other. So we have the rugs location. Well, I should have it. I think it's -4 and 30. Was it -4 and 30? Oh, let's find the rug in the list here. It was a high keep or a high hold item name. Let's go by item name. Let's go oh wait, we don't want the manifest. We want the actual item here. So high H. Where's my H? It's before the I's. H. High hold round rug. Here it is. -4, 34. Okay. So we're going to select these items. Now we're going to right click. Notice that the only items I've selected are the added by create ones. So I've left the originals alone. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to click group mod, which is the 6th item on the right click menu. So I'm going to click group mod, and this is the group mod window. You can see it looks a little bit scary, but we aren't concerned with group point-to-point moves, so we can ignore this whole area up here, And scale group, I've never used it in my life because it doesn't work quite as we had hoped it would, due to how Sony scale, or not Sony, I'm sorry, Daybreak, how Daybreak scales items. So the only things we're concerned about are these right here. So point to rotate around. We had already said that we're rotating around the center point of our rug. So that would be -4 for our X, and our Y was 34. With that done, you can see here, right here, well, let me show you what happens. If the default is 15 degrees. So let's just click the rotate button right here. I don't know why it's not showing up on this. Properties. Capture. Oh, okay. I forgot, that's why. So here we go. We're going to click the rotate. And pause while the layout editor calculates what it needs to. Save it. So we had it at 15 degrees, and you would think that 15 degrees would make it go clockwise, because 15 is positive, and clockwise would be the logical thing for positive. But however, it doesn't. It goes counterclockwise. JesDyr is going to fix that in a different version of the layout editor, but currently when you have a positive rotation angle, the items go counterclockwise around the point. So as you can see, 15 wasn't really a good thing to set it as, because it come on, why is it not? Oops. It's being really evil right now for some reason. And it's not going to the correct window here. Right click, group mod. And why is it not doing the right thing? Oh. Well, darn. Okay, so the modify group window is being evil. So you'll have to take my word for it when I say, because I had it at 15 before, I'm now changing it to -15 and clicking rotate so that it goes right back to where it was originally. I will show you by loading it in the game. And now we're going to do -90, because I've decided I want my new setup to be right here. And so to go clockwise, it's a negative number, and for 90, it's 90 degrees, right there. So, right click, group mod, do -90 in my angle to rotate, say OK, save group, go back into the game, load working, and bam! My chairs have just reappeared right there, exactly how I had everything set up, except for now it's on the west side of the rug instead of the south side of the rug. Say I had a doorway and I love this doorway and I want it on the opposite side of the room. I could set my angle to rotate to be 180 degrees and it would show up over here. And let me show you that, because we will go back over here. We will say group mod. Let's try this again. Nope, still not working. Okay. And we'll put it back where it was. We'll do that first so you can watch it go. Okay, so now everything's stacked on top of each other. So now we're going to right click, click group mod, change point angle to rotate to 180 degrees. We're going to say rotate, save group, and now we're going to load working. And suddenly we have two sets of chairs facing each other. So as you can see, it would be useful for doorways in a room, or like this, furniture setups that you wanted to have on a different wall. Or even if, say, you built something, like say you built this staircase, and oh, you love this staircase, but it's facing the wrong direction. You made it perfect, and then you decided to change how the room was, and so now you need the staircase to face in the other direction. You can set all of these items into one group, tell it to, I don't know, go from the location that I'm standing at, so you do a /LOC, find the X and the Y numbers, put those into the layout editor and tell it to rotate. If we wanted it to go this way, it would be 90 degrees. And suddenly you wouldn't have to rebuild your staircase. It would be exactly as it currently is, except for it would be facing this way. In fact, let me show you. With pack, pack, pack. Too many items. Oh my. Oh dear. Oh my. Pack, pack, pack. Almost done. Yay! Okay, so my entire staircase is now there. So we go back to here, we say diff, run, here's my staircase, save it because I want to show you how it works, so I'm going to load it in the game. Now we're going to say this spot right here that I'm standing at is where I want it to rotate around. So I do a /LOC, and that tells me that I am at -70.53 for my X and 10.96 for my Y. So I will select all of these. I will right click and go to group mod, and it's probably still not working, right? Yeah, it's still not working. Okay, so right click, go to group mod. Now there's the point to rotate around. Like I showed you before, there was the X and the Y. I really wish it would let me show it to you because this is really frustrating. Let me see. Tools, create object, circle or spiral. Okay, there's that. So group mod, modify group, properties. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's showing up. It's kind of ugly. There's other windows behind it, but it is in fact there. So here we're gonna, like I said, my the X location was -70.53, and my Y location was 10.96, and I wanted it to go to the west, which means that I need to do a rotation of +90 because it's counterclockwise. See this? Counterclockwise. If this were a circle and I wanted it to go here, that's counterclockwise. So we're going to go back to the group mod window and we're going to say rotate. And so that's all rotated now. Save it. Go back to the game and we're going to load working. And ta-da! My staircase is now facing in the other direction. So it's a really, really, really useful tool. Like there have been times where I've built this huge elaborate display on one wall and then decided, oh, phooey, I want it to be on the opposite wall. With the rotate around point, it's really, really easy. So I hope that helps you. And if you have any questions, please let me know. So yeah, happy decorating. I think I just completely confused myself about what I was going to say. I was going to say something else about it, but I don't think it was that important because I forgot. Basically, just make sure you have, if you're duplicating items, like if you're duplicating a setup like this, make sure that the items that you're going to duplicate with are in the moving crate. And if you're not duplicating, if you're rotating around, you know, if you want something to rotate around something else, make sure that you stand at the point you want it to rotate around and do a /LOC so that you can find out what the numbers are. chances are it won't wind up in the perfect location. You're going to have to tweak it. However, it does help you get it facing in the right direction. So yeah, with all that said, happy decorating, and I hope this helped.